രാജശ്രീ വെങ്കിട്ടരമണൻ 130 വാക്ക് ഇംഗ്ലീഷ് ഷോർട്ട് ആൻഡ് സ്പീഡ് ഡിക്റ്റേഷൻ. ഇതിൽ ഈ ചാനലിൽ ധാരാളം ഫ്രേസസ് കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്, ഷോർട്ട് ട്രിക്സ് ഒക്കെ കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതൊക്കെ നല്ലോണം പഠിക്കണം. ഇത് നല്ലോണം പഠിച്ചാൽ നിങ്ങൾക്ക് SSC KGT ഹയർ വളരെ എളുപ്പത്തിൽ ജയിക്കുവാൻ സാധിക്കും. Mr. Chairman, this is such a vast subject that is a little difficult to know how to cover the entire ground in such a short time. I hope that the distinguished presidents and prime ministers will forgive me if I merely touch on some points. The most important factor since we last met is the emergence of the Arab people as a political force through their economic power. I am not going to dilate on the subject because we all know how this has happened and we know the reasons. This has also helped some part of the pan-Islamic movement in what most people call the Middle East and we call West Asia, because we know that geographically it is a more correct expression. There is far greater realism in the area itself and in the approach of others towards the problem. Many set positions have changed largely under pressure of the oil situation and the unity of the Arab peoples. There is also far greater African unity today, despite certain problems and setbacks in some regions. This even indicates the failure of a policy which was based on misconception and wrong assessment and which led to the intervention and the propping up of unrepresented governments in these various countries. This policy showed also a lack of appreciation of post-colonial nationalism. The assumptions are made far too easily and superficially in international affairs, and we find that we ourselves are victims of them. For example, almost every time that I'm met by various foreign dignitaries or the foreign press, the question is put to me about our being influenced by the Soviet Union. I would like to say that it is absolutely ridiculous to suggest that we are under Soviet or any other influence. The United States Soviet Republic has come to our support at the right time at no cost to them, and perhaps United States policy has given them the opportunity to do so. Recent developments in Cambodia have similarly illustrated that the will of a nation cannot be thwarted by outside military intervention. In Laos, one hopes that a dialogue between the two sides would lead to reconciliation and the formation of a national government representing the wishes of Laotian people. It is interesting to note that Soviet Union has hesitated to take advantage of the situation in South Asia, as indeed of the economic crisis in Europe, as one might have expected it to do. Now, to the trends which emerge. The fear of nuclear conflict has receded. There is a lessening of tension in many areas which has led to increased economic and scientific exchanges and cooperation, but the hope of steady progress which many of us who supported deterrence and have wished for us has been delayed. We in India, as I think most of us around the table, welcome all steps towards the deterrence, but the overall deterrence and the compulsion to maintain open conflict leaves room to maneuver for position advantage which may not be in the interest of the similar countries. Competitiveness and strategic rivalries have spread to other areas and have taken new forms. Although upon confrontation has often been avoided, local conflict tension have been intensified without support. Arms supplies to various nations in fueling tensions in Europe. The deterrence was partially a product of the approach of deterrence, which is a precarious mixture of the fear and trust. the level of deterrence as well as the cost is getting higher. Vertical proliferation of conventional and nuclear arms is continuing, and this points to the need of agreeing upon lower levels of deterrence. It was believed by my father that deterrence would be conducive